Right, today we're in Fordingbridge in Hampshire. I've got a little treat in store today. Now I came across these the other day. I came across them almost by accident. Right, I'll explain the situation. I was basically the other night, right, I had this quite a strange dream that I came across the Shires in a cemetery. And then it turned out in this dream I had that the Shires happened to be in a cemetery in New Milton. So when I woke up I realised I hadn't actually checked out any cemeteries out there. So I went over to New Milton, well I looked up online, and no public toilets anywhere in cemeteries in the New Forest district except for Ringwood, where they're maintained by the town council. Right, so I thought, well, what I could do is I'll quickly go up to Ringwood, have a little look. Went there, a bit of a disappointment, a LL Twyfords, which wasn't something I was hoping to see, but then I was going to get the bus back. I got on the wrong bus, ended up in Fordingbridge, and well, there's a little building over in this playing field which doesn't seem to be mentioned that it's maintained by the council as such, but it might be maintained by the town council. I've been past it on the bus a few times, so I thought I'll basically check the building out. I thought, you know, it might be only open during weekends when they play football or something, so I thought I'd check it out, and well, I was actually quite pleasantly surprised with what I saw. That's the building we're going to have a look at now. Right, and here we are. So there's not many people around, so we've got the place to ourselves. We have quite a good feel. As you see, we've got ourselves a slab for free. There we've got the good old ceramic Twyfords system for your vinyls. You see it's broken windows, been vandalised a bit. I'll explain the situation in a bit. It's no longer connected to the mains. It's all been completely taken out. And then check this out. Classic park toilets. Quite rare, not too rare fortunately. And park toilets wouldn't be complete without a Shires. Connected to overflow. A lot of activities taking place, so I don't approve on, but whoever's been here, this guy, I've seen him carve his name into a lot of systems before. He's been here as far back as the 80s. Let's try then. Try and get a system view. It's a bit dark, so I do apologise. Can't see anything. And they've got dates as well. It's going to be a bit awkward to do this, so take the lid down there for a bit. Try and work out a date. I think these are dates in this little corner. Sadly it's too dark, I can't work it out. They might not be dates, they might very well be dates. way too dark, so I do apologise for that. It's an older Shires. Put this back on. I'll put it on the one way round. Put the fade down for a second. There we go, so yeah, really impressed with that. Keep it looking tidy. Right, I've done a little bit of research on these since I came across them the other day. These are not going to be here for much longer. Basically there's a new kiosk being built which is going to contain new individual unisex public toilets. So these ones will close very, very soon, so this is pretty much a one-off chance to film them. So I'm quite lucky I came across them. And I wouldn't have come here if I didn't come here by mistake. I wouldn't have come here the other day if I didn't come up here by mistake. And I only came up here because obviously I got on the wrong bus from Ringwood. Now I wouldn't have gone to Ringwood if I didn't have that dream about those Shires in that random cemetery I dreamt about. So it's almost like having that dream that night kind of brought me here basically. It's almost like today was meant to happen. Well, finding these by chance was meant to happen. So it's almost like these toilets were kind of reaching out to me because they knew they weren't going to be here much longer, so they were calling out for me to come and visit them before they close. I may have never known they were here otherwise. Like I said, New Forest District Council don't maintain them. I think it's the Fordingbridge Town Council who don't really mention them much. Well, they don't really maintain any other toilets, just they maintain this playing field, I think. There's a pavilion down there we'll have a look at. So yeah, it's kind of like an unofficial set of public toilets. I wouldn't have come across them otherwise. So it's been quite a lucky chance find for me. So these toilets have reached out to me to make me come and visit them. That's where I see it. Before it's too late. We will have a look in the ladies in a bit. But take a quick look around at the rest of the premises while we've got a chance. Not too many people around, mostly dog walkers. There's a skateboard park next door to us. When I was there last Friday, there were a few people hanging out in the skateboard park. So luckily where it's school hours, most of the local young people aren't hanging around, so don't need to worry about them interrupting my filming. So yeah, we'll have a look at the sports pavilion. There's probably nothing, probably can't get inside it. So yeah, Fordingbridge in Hampshire, quite a small market town, not far from where I live. I live in Poole in Dorset, so it's a bus ride away from Bournemouth. £8.50 for a day pass to travel all areas. Going to look up a few other places as well, getting back to Ringwood in a bit. Ah, it's interesting, it's open. Don't know if anyone's around. There's our building. Yeah, it's classic park toilets really. Couldn't really put a date on that one. I'll say between the 30s to 50s. I'll say no earlier than the 20s, definitely. No later than the 50s. I mean, maybe risk it, say early 60s, but pitched roofs have gone up by the 60s a little bit. So yeah, I'd say it's about a 30s, 40s and 50s setting. That Shires we saw, it could very well be an original, maybe an original 50s Shires, or added in the 60s or 70s, perhaps even the 80s. It's worn quite a bit, as you saw when I tried to do a system view. Sadly too dark to do a proper system view, so but yeah, I'm quite happy with the setting. And so what I'll do is when those two people who are having a picnic over there have disappeared, I might try and sneak into the ladies and we'll see what's in there. Right, that Twyfords I just filmed there, that was in this little sort of social club building. It's a very dull 70s building. I usually avoid Twyfords at low level, but considering it was a little bit older, I thought why not flush it to compare it. I've also been requested to record the sound of cisterns filling, so that's why there was a slight delay at hanging up the video there, so I could get the sound of the cistern refill. I'm quite willing to take requests. If people want to request me to film something, I'm quite willing to do it. Also, recording a low level against a high level, we see who's more powerful. Obviously the high level over in our building over there is much more powerful. That little social club building, I think there was like I don't know, a couple of older people in there. It might be like used as a local meeting hall or something, where they're going to plan to destroy these wonderful toilets. A couple of kids have appeared in a skateboard park, but they won't bother me. There is a disabled as well attached to those toilets. The green door you can see, that's disabled. I can't get in there, so unfortunately we probably never will know what's in there. Could very well be another Shires, unless it was added in a bit later. I mean, again, with a disabled, if it was an original disabled, the building would be no older than the 50s. 50s and 60s was when we started to see disableds, I think. Although up until the 90s, not every single set of public toilets did have disableds. And now disabled seems to be the ruling type of toilets when you regard unisex. Could be the answer to our questions though. Oh, hang on, we could take a little peek. Hope no one's in there. That window's open. I don't want to stick my phone in and start filming around if somebody's in there. Be a little bit... Well, it's not locked. Well, I mean, it's locked to us, but it's not been locked from the inside. So, it's quite nice now, it's sunny. Fordingbridge, that's the bridge where Fordingbridge gets its name from. The bridge where I started my video was that bridge. And from there I could look over, I could actually see these were open from here. That's what I saw last Friday, so I was pretty annoyed I got on the wrong bus, but I came on the bus over. I thought, well, if I'm going to wait in Fordingbridge for a while, might as well wander around. I thought I'd check out the playfield just in case there was something. I looked over here, I saw those toilets were open. I thought maybe I'm in luck, and I was going to film them Friday, but the toilets weren't really very clean. They're a bit cleaner today, so I thought I'd give it a miss. I'll come back another day. So there were quite a few people hanging around at the skateboard park and in the park itself after school hours. I thought, well, I'll get a better film if I have the place to myself, which quite clearly I have done today. So I'm quite happy with the way things have worked out. So what I'm going to do is going to have a very quick run into the ladies and do a very, very quick film. Okay. I don't think there's anyone around. Clean. Nice 60s Shires there. Shires links. Very quick this. You won't see that very often. Find it standard. Right, okay, I do apologise for the slightly rushed filming there. Obviously been in the ladies. There's very unlikely anyone's going to come in to see me, but, well, walk in on me filming, but basically I'd have just said I'm doing some maintenance, toilets are closing down soon, you know, pretend somebody knows what I'm doing, but I do know what I'm doing. I film toilets, and obviously, like I said, I even dream about toilets sometimes, not all the time, and luckily, like I said, I wouldn't have had this opportunity to come here today if I didn't have that dream the other night. So I reckon those toilets have come to me, they've called out to me, and have basically given me a chance to film them.